Welcome to the Multidimensional Creator. I'm Evangeline Hamrick, your host. Side effects of listening to this podcast may include becoming radically sovereign over your life and taking full responsibility, breathing deeper, moving in new ways that make you feel really good, doing energy work on yourself, your animals, your land, and the planet. Trusting your intuition, grounded clarity, and inspiration. So consult your intuition before proceeding further with the podcast. Hello, you gorgeous people. How in the world did you find yourself here with me? I want to know. Please share with me how you came across this sacred space that I have really loved preparing for you. Today, we're going to talk about a technique that not a lot of people do, even when they're into holistic healing. Have you ever tried mirror work? It is quite powerful, believe it or not. I want to take you back to Orlando. The year is 2006. This is when I was introduced to mirror work in Louise Hay's coaching training program. We each had a little handheld mirror and we were instructed to look in our own eyes in the mirror and to tell ourselves through that eye contact, I love you. I really love you. And Louise, her technique with mirror work included advising her clients to pull up a chair to a full-length mirror because she said, you will want to run. And you know what's funny? Mirror work can feel really intense because most people surprisingly spend very little time looking at themselves in the mirror. We just glance, we correct, we're all about the appearance and then go. But it's the eye contact. It's not just scanning for what needs to be corrected when we're looking at our face. It's about looking into our own eyes. And a lot of people have a problem with this when it comes to eye-to-eye contact with someone else. But the crazy thing is it can even be very uncomfortable to look in your own eyes. They're the windows to the soul. So 20 years later, after being in Louise Hay's coaching training, after studying nervous system regulation, all types of energy healing, addiction recovery, shamanic practices, I know Louise was right. And it can sound too simple to be powerful, but I promise you it's not. It's really, really powerful. And you can do it anytime you want. It's the eye contact that creates the deep soul connection. And the moment we make sustained eye contact with ourselves, something begins to surface. Often that something can be discomfort. And this is where my recovery background really came into play. Avoidance shows up in many forms. It can be addiction. It can be staying busy, overworking, scrolling, perfectionism, constant self-improvement. Many of us are running from the same thing. The experience of simply being with ourselves. Mirror work removes all the exits. I wish they would just hand out mirrors in addiction recovery program. Nothing to fix, nothing to achieve, nothing performative, just you being with you. And for some people, that is terrifying. But Louise Hay's medicine has always been love. And that may sound too simple to you for it to work, but I'm not kidding you when I say look into your own eyes and say, I love you. I really love you. And do it as many times as it takes before you mean it. That's the medicine. Some people laugh, some people cry, some people feel terrified looking in their own eyes. Some people feel resistance, but all of it is information. And the goal is not to immediately resolve anything. The goal is presence with yourself. The miracle in the healing of it isn't that you instantly believe that you love yourself. The miracle is that you stay, or that you keep dragging that chair up to the mirror because the mirror reveals what needs healing. It becomes a diagnostic tool, not just showing you flaws, not just pointing out things that you wish were different about your appearance. It's showing you reactions. It's showing you what criticisms appear, what emotions surface, what do you really feel about that person staring back at you. The mirror reveals unconscious programming, and it shows where your love is still conditional. So that's where mirror work can become inner child healing. I'd like to invite you to imagine that the face staring back at you in the mirror is 5-year-old you or 15-year-old you or whatever version of you still feels unseen, because it's the same eyes. Those eyes have seen and experienced all of those moments in your life. Would you speak to that 5-year-old you or 15-year-old you the way you speak to yourself now? Would you be critical of them or would you comfort them? The mirror can become a reunion, an integration. So the mirror can be a spiritual tool. Throughout history, mirrors have been viewed as much more than reflective surfaces. They can surface. They can symbolize the moon, the metal element of silver, and there's a lot of ancient divination practices related to mirrors. But whether you view a mirror with a spiritual or psychological significance, it invites you to see what was previously hidden when you decide to use them in this way. Mirrors are portals. Oh my goodness, do I know this? I've done a lot of healing work at a salt cave with pink Himalayan salt in the area where I live. And the beautiful woman who owns the salt cave, she has these 3 mirrors in the salt room. And I have had some fascinating energetic experiences in there. I've spent a lot of time working ceremonially with those mirrors. And let me just say, it's quite powerful on an energetic level. But I don't ask anyone to believe anything about the power of mirrors. I simply invite you to notice what happens when you sit quietly with your own reflection, looking in your own eyes. Memories surface, new insights can arise, definitely emotions emerge, and different aspects of yourself appear. So the portal can deepen your understanding of yourself. That's a beautiful bridge and a way to use a mirror. Now here's a 7-day mirror practice. This is the simple challenge that I'm giving you to maybe look at mirrors in a different way. Stand in front of a mirror. I recommend being seated, but you can stand or sit, either one. Pull up that chair if you think that you might run. It might just get too intense. Go ahead and get that chair. Just like my amazing mentor, Louise, suggested. Look into your eyes for 1 minute. Go ahead and set your timer on your phone for 1 minute to look into your own eyes and take 3 slow breaths. You can say, I see you. I'm here for you and I love you. Just notice what comes up without any judgment. That's it. No fixing anything, no changing anything, just being a witness. And if you think back, if you remember the Michael Jackson song, Man in the Mirror, there's a lot of wisdom in that song. There's a healing message. If you want to change the world, start with the person in the mirror. Most people hear that as self-improvement. I hear that as presence and self-honesty, self-compassion, taking responsibility. And one of the hardest things that I learned from my first teacher in holistic and metaphysical healing, Louise Hay, self-love. Sounds easy. It's the hardest thing in the world to do. And this is where you can start. If you've never read Louise, she has so many great books, but I'm thinking of her book, Heal Your Life, and the You Can Heal Your Life workbook. She takes you through different ways of working with a mirror in that book. But just think about it. It's like breath work. It's like all the things that are the most beneficial to us, we already have. I mean, it's not hard to access a mirror. So why not? Why not give this 7-day mirror practice a try? So the mirror, it's never been the enemy. It's just been waiting all along to simply reflect whatever relationship you have with yourself and to help you work on that. The mirror has never been a source of judgment, and perhaps the greatest healing isn't learning a new technique. Perhaps the greatest healing we can do is just sitting down, looking in our own eyes, and staying long enough to remember who's been there all along, just waiting for our love. The person in the mirror has been waiting for you. It's time. Let me know how it goes. If you've never done this, it can be a little scary. Just stick with it and know that there is so much integration, so much wholeness waiting for you on the other side of just taking some time with your own mirror. Thank you for spending time with me today. If this episode supported you, come connect with me on Instagram at Evangeline Hamrick. You can find my website, EvangelineHamrick.com. And we also have a supportive community for multidimensional creators like you on Facebook. To go deeper with me in one-on-one work, you can book a private session with me on my website. Until next time, stay embodied, stay sovereign, and keep listening to your intuition.